I have 5 habits, just 5 habits that are so easy to do and that are gonna be super transformative and life-changing for you. By the end of this video, you are going to have 5 easy to incorporate into your life habits that are just gonna really transform your life and honestly kind of make your life easier. I say easy habits because when I think of hard these days, hard in my mind, like a task that is actually hard to do, I think of like things that my ancestors had to do probably like thousands of years ago or even hundreds of years ago, like living in the forest, having to fight off wild animals, or like walking a really long distance to get like water and worrying about like all of like the essential things just to have like the means to live. You know what I mean? These days, because the mind likes to just pick things that are really, really normal in our life and kind of make a problem out of it, just because the mind is always looking for something to pinpoint as wrong or as like a big challenge. Like we all need challenge in some way, and so we've all adopted some really bad habits, but I'm gonna give you 5 easy ones to make your life easy. I used to be a lazy girl. I used to have no routine. I used to do a lot of negative self-talk. I used to literally have no awareness of my subconscious mind or how thoughts and the mind affect my entire reality. And I really just didn't have the life that I wanted. I thought that my life was kind of just destined to be whatever the universe wanted it to be, and didn't really think I had much of a say. I literally just adopted those things as my personality. I didn't really see them as like changeable things. One of the first habits that I've adopted that has literally been the easiest thing to do and that has changed my life is writing down affirmations. I literally say this in probably every single video I've ever made. I tell this to everybody I know, but affirmations are life-changing for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. An affirmation is basically a statement that you can say verbally out loud, or something that other people can say to you that'll reaffirm to your mind who you are, or a belief. They will reaffirm a belief to you. If I say, I'm so lazy, like I can't do that, I'm super, super, super lazy, I have spoken that out into the universe, and my subconscious mind has heard that I am lazy, and it will continue to act like a lazy person, think like a lazy person, because I've accepted and said out loud that I'm just really lazy. So do you want to come on this morning run with me? No, like I'm sorry, I'm just a lazy girl, like I don't really get into that stuff. Bye, no more of that. There's so many things that we repeat and say to ourselves to the point where we believe it. Everything that you say, your mind hears it. All the things that you watch on TV, on your phone, and content that you consume, your subconscious mind hears it and absorbs that. So every single morning, as soon as I wake up, I take my journal, I write down affirmations of exactly how I ideally view myself. I'm extremely organized. I am consistent. I am strong. I am healthy. I am fit. And every single day, the more and more I write these things down, the more they seep into my mind, the more I start to act like it without even consciously realizing it. Like I wrote down, I'm a really fit girl. I go to the gym just about every single day of my life. If you are somebody that has adopted the personality of being shy and you don't really want to be shy, you would write down, I'm very outgoing. It may seem very silly at first, and it may not seem very effective at first, but I would recommend doing this every single day for at least 1 month, and you will see a significant difference in the way you feel and think. Your mind will start to believe that you are those affirmations that you repeat to yourself every single day. I love affirmations because they're extremely easy. They're just writing something down. You can literally listen to affirmations on YouTube. There's this one creator, I think the YouTube name is Jessica Heslop, and she has affirmations for all kinds of things. Affirmations so that you feel like you're a really lucky person, affirmations for you to feel beautiful, affirmations for you to feel healthy, all kinds of affirmations that are like 8 hours long videos that you can listen to while you're sleeping. She has ones that are you are affirmations, so she'll be like, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are, and your mind is just absorbing all of this. And I am a girly. If you hate affirmations, then just affirm that you love them. I love affirmations. Done. Next is the habit of having a routine. It's gonna be really hard to gauge exactly the direction you're trying to go in your life if you don't really have a routine. Having a routine literally takes away so much decision fatigue. Literally, like, there's some things that you just have to plan every single day, and you can cut like all of those decision making things out of the way if you just have a routine. I wake up every single morning, I brush my teeth, I do my skincare, I do my dry brushing, and then I go, I journal, I write down my affirmations, and then the meditation. I know exactly what meditation I'm gonna do, and then I stretch on my yoga mat, have my breakfast, get ready for the gym. That is my morning routine every single morning. I don't have to even think about anything. I just know that that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And the way you start your day, I know you've probably heard this before, the way you start your day really reshapes the rest of your day. So if you don't really know how your morning is gonna go, you don't really know how every day is gonna go, because you don't really know how your day is even going to start. So I got into the habit of having a morning routine, specifically a morning routine. I'm still working on my night routine and perfecting it. I mean, I really do like my night routine, but like perfecting my night routine. I also got into the habit of knowing what I'm gonna eat every single day, because literally having to decide what you wanna eat every single day can be so exhausting, like mentally exhausting. It's so easy to just pull up your notes app and I scroll and it's so easy. I pull it up, I'll just like on my notes app. I don't even make like a fancy Notion for it. And I pinpoint what I'm gonna have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack every day, and then I don't even have to think about it. I mean, I might tweak some things on some days if it just so happens that I really don't want to eat that day, but for the most part, I do. And so just having a routine builds and puts so much structure into your everyday life, and it just takes away so many decisions for you. Like when you wake up in the morning, you don't really think, am I gonna brush my teeth? Am I not gonna brush my teeth? You know you are. You don't even have to like cognitively think about it, just because that decision is already made up for you when you made it a habit. So, having a routine. Third habit that I got into that has completely changed my life, that I wish and begged everyone I know to do this, is to do shadow work. Ew, I almost really wish it was called something else, because something about the name shadow work for the longest time made me not want to do it, because it sounds kind of like I don't want to say demonic. I don't know how to describe it, but I just don't like the name shadow work for shadow work. But basically, shadow work or introspection is really getting to the parts. It's like having a therapy session with yourself. One session with some questions that they ask you can feel like the most groundbreaking thing you could ever do. And we have the help of AI now. Okay, I have heard of people doing shadow work with ChatGPT and being like, I do this, like, why should I do this? And kind of using it as a therapy session. But shadow work is more than just therapy. It is literal self-discovery. Like, if you fall into the same patterns over and over again and you really don't even like them, if you start to write down questions, like prompts in a journal, like, why do I do this? Like, why do I really do this? Because deep down, you know why you do this. Like, if you eat unhealthy foods and you don't like, you know, the way that you look, but you know that unhealthy foods make you look the way that you look, you would write down in your journal where you're doing your shadow work, your introspection, why do I eat bad food when I know that like, you will start to literally unlock the chamber of secrets. You will start to know so much about yourself, and it's honestly so satisfying, and it feels almost scary, and your body almost wants to reject it, because your body likes to stay the same for its own like survival mode. When you start to get to the bottom of something, it starts to kind of like back out, and it wants you to keep doing that negative thing, because that's how it's familiar with itself. Like, if you've had a bad habit that you've had all of your life, your body's probably most likely very comfortable with that bad habit, just because it's literally wired into your brain to be that way. It's very comfortable in that state. And so it can make you prone to being stuck in the same like body type, even though you want to change it, stuck in like the same abusive relationships, even though you know they're bad for you. There's something that keeps you in that loop. Start shadow journaling. Doing your shadow work is going to help you really get to the bottom of it. One of the things that I discovered about myself in shadow work was, why do I find it so hard to have a routine? Why was it so hard for me to literally just do the skincare, do the dry brushing, journal, meditate. Like everybody says that's a good thing to do, but it was so hard for me to do it. Why? It literally took me like 3 years to be able to meditate every single morning. 3 years. I literally had it on like my vision board in like 2020, 2021, 2022 to meditate, and I still pushed it off for so long. But it is because your body is very addicted to being itself. When your body has a certain habit, or it just knows that something is going to cause a change in it, like going to the gym, like eating healthier, it's scared because it doesn't really know what's on the other side of that. Even though you know on a conscious level that that means you're gonna have better mental health or a better body or whatever it is, your body's like, I don't really know what that means for me. That's gonna mean change, and that is like not good because it wants to stay in like a survival mode, which is in survival mode all the time, and it wants to be in comfort all the time, and it's comfortable not meditating and doing all of those practices that are going to cause change. So I had to literally force myself, even though during the meditation, my first few times, I wanted to just break out of it, open my eyes, walk away, pause it, be on my phone. I had to literally fight the urge in me to just like let it go. And now it is one of the easiest things I do. I just do it every single day, and it's a habit. So get to that shadow work. You can have ChatGPT help you. You can have ChatGPT give you affirmations as well. And you can have ChatGPT or any AI of your preference, but I love ChatGPT. You can have ChatGPT literally make you a morning routine. Like, we have it real easy these days, okay? If you're not making these changes, it's really because you just don't want to. Shadow work to find out why you don't want to. My fourth habit, of course, it should be obvious, is getting myself to do something active every single day. This is a habit for me now. This is a habit that I want you to develop. I've seen people do 75 hard. I've seen people do an array of different challenges for their body, for their health. You only get one physical body in your lifetime, and you should be taking care of it. There's 1,000 good reasons why you should be active. I don't feel like everybody is made to be like in the gym and do the gym life. I feel like a lot of people are forcing themselves into that space just because it's like trendier and trendier these days. But if the gym is what you enjoy, which is what I enjoy, I would suggest going to the gym every single day. You can roll out your yoga mat and do something in your house. When I go to like a yoga or Pilates studio, the instructor usually is like, pat yourself on the back for showing up here today, because you literally did something for yourself. Taking care of your physical exterior is just as important as taking care of your interior. And I think going to the gym and just making your fitness a habit is something that everybody needs to do. Like, I feel like I can't not have that in this video, 5 habits to change my life, because literally going to the gym is so life-changing. I recently went to Hawaii and I looked up this hike. I'm not a huge hike-loving person. I think I'm becoming one. But there was this hike of 1,048 steps on this mountain called Coco Head, and it looked so extremely intimidating. I watched a lot of videos of people saying that this was gonna be really hard, really challenging, bring water, be careful. It's a lot of steps to go up, and they're not like perfect, like flat steps. It can be, you know, steps. And I literally went up the entire thing with no breaks. Like, I didn't need to stop to gasp for air. There was a lot of people on the side trying to catch their breath, trying to like, you know, motivate themselves to keep going. There was a man in front of me with his sons who were like unable. He was like asking people who were coming down, like, how much is left to go? Like, I can't, because he can't do it. People like stopped with their partner, like trying to encourage them to keep going because the view is amazing and beautiful. And I actually lost all the footage of me up there because on that trip, Mercury retrograde, Mercury, if you don't know, I'm getting off topic, but Mercury, when it's in retrograde, is known to cause a lot of disruption in like, electronics, like devices, especially ones used for communication. But literally like an hour after we got to the top of the mountain, after we climbed back down, we went to a beach, and my fiance, he's the one that had all of the pictures and stuff in his phone, because my phone was in his book bag when we were going up, and his phone, he got it wet and it just completely just stopped working. I don't know why, because you can get like iPhones wet, but regardless, it stopped working. So yeah. Anyways, the point of that was that I hiked up the entire thing, needing no breaks. I barely needed to like stop for water. And I was really getting surprised with myself because years ago when I was not very active, I could barely jog a little bit without literally feeling like my whole body was going to collapse. And I go to the gym, not gonna lie, for the point of like reshaping my body. You know, I wanna have abs, I wanna have, you know, nice glutes. And when I was going on that hike, I was like, oh, the gym is so much more than just like, this is my cardiovascular health has improved. Like so much of my body has improved, and I really, really shocked myself, and it has motivated me to do more hikes because low key, that kind of went to my head a little bit. I was like, I did not know I had it in me to just do stuff like this. Just like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, thinking of hiking up that thing, I definitely would have so saw that version of myself stopping 1,000 times, needing to like sit down, feeling nauseous, needing an electrolyte type of drink. And I literally ate that. And not only did I hike the top and then just, you know, going down is easy, but after that, my fiance was like, why don't we jog to the car? And I'm like, we're gonna seem like we're so like try hard fitness enthusiasts jogging to the car after doing that hike. But sure, we jogged to the car and I felt so happy and satisfied with myself. So yeah, going to the gym and doing stuff about fitness isn't always about making your exterior look really good, because I know a lot of girls who they like their shape naturally and they don't do anything active, and because it has nothing to do with aesthetics for them, and so they're probably not doing so well in those departments of like cardiovascular health, being able to run a little bit, jog a little bit. So I highly recommend doing something that is going to get you active on a daily basis. It could be walking on the treadmill, it could be doing the elliptical. I'm an elliptical girly. Stairmaster, going to a Pilates class, a yoga class. It doesn't always have to be lifting weights, or it could be that, but make doing something active a habit for you. The fifth habit, which is such a mental thing, is not caring what other people think. This is another one of those things that you just hear that is so annoyingly cliche that it's just almost cringy to say out loud, because it's like you've heard it so many times, so you almost don't really care for the meaning of it because you just hear it all the time, so it's just like background noise. I would never forget the time where it was when Snapchat was super popular and people used to post stories on there all the time. Now I can't even tell you the last time I uploaded a story on Snapchat. But it was like in Snapchat peak days. And I used to literally, I posted on Snapchat like if it wasn't my job, I'm not gonna lie. I used to love to post things. I used to go on so many adventures. I used to go and drive from Pennsylvania to New York. I used to go to museums. I used to go out of the city. I had a friend who was a pilot, and he would literally be like, do you want to fly in my airplane? And I would be like, yes, and we would fly in his airplane. And I would post so many things every single day until one day, a friend of mine had a boyfriend at the time, and she told me that he said, Jasmine uploads her whole entire life on Snapchat. And after that, I literally felt so discouraged for literally ever posting anything. I was like, oh, maybe that is kind of like embarrassing. Like maybe that's annoying that I do upload like a lot. Like I'll upload like a cute little drink I got from a coffee shop, and then I'll upload like my outfit of the day for class, and then I'll upload like my friends, and then I'll upload like, you know, an adventure that I'm going on and more things. You know, if I'm in a museum, I'll upload, you know, a bunch of pictures and post a bunch of pictures, and maybe that's annoying. And so I stopped for a while, and now what is conveniently what thousands of people make so much money off of, vlogging, literally showing their entire life on TikTok and on YouTube and posting all the kinds of things and all of the moments of their life, is what literally pays people's bills and what gets them fancy cars and purses and shoes and affords their life. So I literally can't believe there was a time where I literally just after that became so disinterested in posting, because I'm like, what if other people think that I post too much? But it's just like, if they think that I post too much, then why would you be following me? So literally I stopped doing something that I enjoyed to appease some person, that appease someone that does not mean absolutely anything to me, who's just sitting like in the back of my mind. Like I'm just sitting there like, yes, this person said that they don't like this, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. Absolutely not. Do whatever you want to do, because one day you're literally gonna die. One day you're gonna die. So you can either be, I always imagine like sitting in a rocking chair really old, like glancing back at my life, and did I do what I genuinely wanted to do? Or did I let the opinions of others literally hold me back? So many people are held back. I will struggle with. I feel like the content creation era of these past few years have made people more and more comfortable not caring what other people think, because now not caring what other people think really can put a fat check in your bank account with uploading yourself in the gym, or your outfit of the day, or how you do your hair, your makeup, or vlogging and things like that. But you really just cannot let other people's opinions really dictate how you live your life. That is the number one habit and thing in my head. I'm just like, I don't care what other people think. And I'm not really one to care what other people think anyway. I think it's because of some of the placements in my zodiac chart just make me like that. But yeah, don't care what other people think. Other people are not, they have no say in your life. You literally will be living your life to appease someone who is not doing anything with you in their mind. So that's just what it is. That concludes the 5 habits that for me were absolutely life-changing. Affirmations have changed my life because they literally rewire my mind and my subconscious. I feel like there is nothing that I can't do that I can't just affirm in my mind that I can do now. If something seems really hard, I will just be like, actually, I consider this easy now. And so it is. I love having a routine. Having a routine has taken so much decision fatigue off of my mind and made my daily life so much easier and in my own betterment. My morning routine especially is just filled with things that are good for me, which is good for my overall health. That shadow work literally unlocked everything for me. It made me so aware of just all of my habits, on everything that I do and why I do it, and how to break out of cycles and literally just get to my center core of myself and unlearn a lot of things so that I can grow as a person. Getting into the gym has literally made me somebody who can't even run a little bit without literally feeling like side stitches and feeling like I'm gonna pass out, to being able to climb a mountain and then jog to the car afterwards. Definitely couldn't do that before. That's life-changing. That's so good for my health. And that is going to take me very far in my life. And of course, not caring about what other people think. This really changes everything. This, not caring about what other people think, because you will live your life close and authentic to you when you do what you want to do for you and for no one else. And that is all I have for today's video. If you're interested in more videos like this, please comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I make more videos like this. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.